Hey guys, okay, so this is a very quick video on the $150 gifting platform. And for those of you who wish to share this video with newbies, people that are interested in coming on board, basically the platform is called the $150 gifting platform. For those of you that are in South Africa, in layman's terms, it's just a stokvel. And people, when they hear stokvel, they immediately jump to the conclusion that this is a pyramid scheme. You are absolutely correct. If you think that, it is entirely a pyramid. Um, but there's nothing wrong with a pyramid. People, we need to get that notion out of our heads that pyramid schemes are taboo. We live in a pyramid world, and you know we have pyramid jobs. If we're working for a boss, he will always be earning more than us, even though he does sometimes, most cases, less than what we do. Okay, so when people turn up their noses to opportunities like these, you know what? They, they call it what it is. They say it's a pyramid scheme and so forth. They walk away and they walk into their pyramid world, into their pyramid jobs. Quite ironic, okay? But if you can wrap your mind around um, pyramids being the norm, which it is, right? You can wrap your mind around that. If you can accept it, then you will understand and appreciate the fact that you can actually make a lot of money. I mean, if I just have to give you a perfect scenario of how pyramids work and how we are in it on a day-to-day basis, the scenario is that when you manufacture anything, if you sell that product to yourself, I doubt very much you'll become rich. You would need to sell that to people. Other people need to purchase it, and so for you to make money. Okay, so everyone is reliant on people to give everyone a financial boost in this world. Guys, just now that we've got that out of the way, um, please let me just show you exactly where we are at with regards to the South African version of this $150 gifting platform. This thing was born in America. Their payment system is a lot different. This is how we all started with their payment system. It We felt this took too long. There are people in America still waiting months after they've started for their first payment. We have moved past that point. We've surpassed them simply because we've changed up our algorithms a little bit to ensure that when you join, you get paid as quick as possible. Now, this is where we are at. We've initiated 90 blocks, okay, and that is what we want to get sold off. Every block has a value, and every block currently's value is sitting at $150. And if you were to look at today's exchange rate, today being the 17th of March, 2021, $150 equates to about 2,300 rand, okay, or 2,000, just slightly under 2,300 rand. So whatever the value is of that $150, that is what you're going to be asked to be paid. We're obviously going to round it off. So, for example, if $150 is 2,250, we round it off to 2,300 because there are banking fees. You will be told as to who you need to deposit that money to. That person obviously needs to withdraw that money, and there's fees. Because this is also an international platform, we use PayPal, and there are fees for that as well. Okay, so guys, don't be too alarmed, or don't go back home and work it out and say, "Well, I've paid 2,300 rand, but I see that $150 is only 2,210 or 20 or 30." The extra fees that we do charge to round it off is to cover the exchange fees, right? So if you cannot afford the full block of $150, then you can come in as a syndicate, meaning there will be 10 people that will occupy a block. And for that, you then have to contribute $15, or in this case, in rand terms, around about 230 rand. Now, your return on investment on 230 rand, or your $15, is $935. Okay, which is just slightly under 13,500 rand, which is not a bad return at all. For your $150, you will get $9,350 back, which is around about 135, 136,000 rand at today's prices. again, it is not a bad return. So bank that $150, go bank that $15, and see if you can get that kind of return. Okay, just by introducing one person, see if you can get that return within a year. There are other platforms, I do agree, where you can put that money in, and probably earn more, but with high risk come high rewards. Um, and I've known people, I'm myself, I've lost a lot of money where I've made hundreds of thousands of rands purely based on an investment, on a small investment. Never took the money out and lost it all. Okay, there are no guarantees to those kind of returns, people. Here, the one thing about a gifting platform is that you can actually guarantee the person will get the money. So all that we have to contend with is the time frames. We just want to get it done as quick as possible. But in terms of you actually getting your money, there's a guarantee towards that. All right. When this thing started last year and it came to South Africa around about October, the people in blocks 1 to 9 can attest to that. They waited for months to get their first payment, but that was based on the American system. We then subsequently, as I mentioned, we've changed the algorithms a little bit and we've ensured that people now get paid a lot quicker. So ideally, what we want is for you to come in and every ninth block will be paying you. Okay, that's what that is what will happen. Okay, and that is what is not currently happening, but in the very near future, that process will follow as we've obviously set it out to be. But the problem that we're sitting with now is that when you join versus when you get your first payment, there is a gap of about 27 blocks before you can get paid um, every ninth block. We first have to fill up 27 blocks between you joining and you receiving your first payment, and then thereafter, every 9 blocks you will then get paid. So our whole aim is to eradicate the 27 blocks. Now, guys, I want you to appreciate something. When this first started, when you joined anywhere in these 9 blocks here, your first payment would have been when the 50th block would have been taken up. That was the gap. Okay, that is the gap in America. All right. So people are still waiting on their payments because to get people to put in $150, even by American standards, it's a lot of money. And so the time frame between when you join to when you first get paid is extremely long. We have now narrowed that gap down from instead of having 50 blocks between when you come on to when you first get paid to 27 blocks. So I need you just to appreciate that effort and where we find ourselves. Okay, so currently we're hovering around block 42, 43, 44, okay, to be filled up and so forth. What this means is that let's just say you've taken block 31, okay. Ideally, block 40 should be paying you because that's 9 blocks later. And then, of course, block 49 will be paying uh, block 40 and so forth. Every ninth block uh, will be paying the 9 blocks before him. Okay. Ideally, that is what we want. But currently, the situation is that if you take block 31, for example, block 58 will be paying you. So we want to get rid of these two rows between when you join to when you first get paid. If you were on block 41, effectively and ideally block 50 should be paying you, but currently block 68 will be paying you. All right. So there is that bit of drag that we want to get rid of. Now we are 300 people in the system, guys. And if everyone can just bring in one person, because look, I'm sorry to tell you that a gifting platform is exactly that. It is people that gift. People in, gifting the people that needs to exit. Okay. So people in means people out. Now, if 300 of us can each just either financially assist, you know, one person within the family, one person within our friend circle, or however you want to call it, if you can just either introduce them to this business and they come on board and they pay themselves, or you can say, look, you know, I'm prepared to spot you $15, all right? But on the condition that you bring in one person. That's the only job that you have to do. If we have 300 people doing that, it would fill up 30 blocks, which is more than enough. Which is more than enough to get rid of the 2 rows between when you come in to when you first get paid. Okay, because we're talking about 27 blocks here. So 30 blocks is more than enough. Even if 200 people were just to bring in one person each, and they bring it in those people come in the form of syndicates, okay, that is 20 blocks, guys. That will help immensely. You have no idea. So that we can cut away these 2 blocks, and so that when people join, guaranteed you could tell them, listen, 9 blocks later is when you're going to get paid. Okay, so that is the one thing that we're appealing to everybody to do and to help us with, is to at least bring in one person. Um, Now, what we're also trying to achieve is that at a certain point, we don't want anyone to recruit or to bring people in. This thing should cycle. So, guys, the payment structure works like this. Because of the algorithm that is put in place, you will receive there's 2 levels that we've structured. There's a level 1 and there's a level 2. Okay, level 1 means that you will receive 7 payments. Now, if you've come in at $15, you will receive 7 payments of $5. That is called a level 1 payment. Whilst you're receiving your $5, that is called level 1. And so once you've received your 7 payments of $5, that would equate to $35. So not only would you have received your investment back, but you have now made a $20 profit. And all we ask of you is that you come back in again. It's going to be of no cost to you because you've received your money back. All right, so it's free money that you're now putting back. But what it does, and especially if you have not brought in someone, if you have not introduced someone, the handful of people that are bringing in 5, 10, 20 people to help you get your monies. Remember, this is not just helping you getting $35. It's helping you getting $900. It's helping you getting $9,000. The least we can do is that when we receive our 7th payment, that we at least come back into the system to give those people that have helped us a boost so that they can receive their monies. And if that happens, guys, I can promise you it will just start cycling. And then, without bringing in anybody, on a month to month basis, you will receive a payment. Earning 150 $9,000. Of the $9,000, you take $150 and you put it back in. I doubt very much if you gonna earn $900, you want to put back in $15. I doubt very much, because then the cycle is full and it's in full swing. Okay, you would want to take $150 of your $900 and put it back in here. Because, guys, again, like I said, it's not the kind of money that you can earn in a year just doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so it's a fantastic opportunity, it's a fantastic investment. And all we're asking now is that you assist us in cutting this gap of when you come in to when you get your first payment down to 9 blocks. Okay, it cannot get any smaller than 9 blocks. It cannot get any smaller. So if we take up, look, like I said, it's 27 blocks that's standing in our way. If we fill up 30 blocks or even 40 blocks or whatever, what that basically means is that it doesn't mean that you're going to get paid uh, with every block or every second or third block. It will still be 9 blocks, but because there's so many blocks that have now been taken up, it just means you will get paid a lot quicker. So uh, let's just say we sell up 40 blocks for the person that have joined today. Tomorrow, he could actually get paid. That's basically what it means if more than 27 blocks has been taken up. Okay, so guys, I hope this really simplifies matters so that you can clearly understand where we are at, what we are trying to achieve, and understand as to why you haven't been paid yet if you're in the system for a month and a half already. Okay. We unfortunately had to make a double payment in the very beginning to these guys here because they were in it for almost 3, 4 months. And the wait was just too long. Just like I said, it was based on the American system, and we had to eradicate that, implement a new system, and bring it on up to speed with what we are doing. So it was a bit of a catch up. Okay, but again, coming on board and waiting 50 blocks, we are now down to coming on board and waiting 27 blocks before we get paid. We want to come on board and wait 9 blocks. That's ideally what we want to do. And we can only do this with your help. Okay, so let's just try and fill up the 2 rows at least, uh, by at least introducing or financially assisting one person in your family or circle of friends. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If there's any questions, please put it out on the group chat. And as you can see, once we reach the 90th block here in black, we've gone on to 135. It will continue to 136 to 200 to 500 and so forth. Um, but at some point, we will keep everybody informed. We will cap it, but we have to be fair to the people that have come in last. Okay. So we might start capping off this as a group one and open up a group two. So for people that have come in last, okay, we would then implement the same system for them, and so on and so forth. Okay, but your focus should not be on whether or not the last person is ever going to get paid, because you could be hundreds of people away from that person. And just because your mind is over there, you're failing to see what is in front of you. And what's in front of you right now is an opportunity to earn money. Everybody that puts in money and understands that it needs people to come back in to get for them to earn shouldn't have a problem about worrying about the last person. Okay? Let the last person worry about that. So the rule is very simple. Come in, going forward, you come in, you bring in one person, and you should be fine. If everybody can adhere to that rule, there should be absolutely no problem as to why, and also no reason as to why you will not get paid. I hope this makes sense to you. I hope you understand it. And I hope to see you guys on Zoom calls if you need to bring in new prospects. Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye.